The Coordinated Assault event is coming back starting today. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too. There's some changes. So we'll talk about the event. We'll talk about the changes. And as always, there's going to be a little bit of scuttlebutt, right? People a little upset. What else is new in the Marvel Strike Force community? But we'll talk about why we think some of these changes were made and really what effect you think they might have. Now, for those of us who don't know, reason why it's called Coordinated Assault is because it is an Alliance event. The Alliance will be working together to score points to make their way through the milestone. Obviously, the event has not started yet, so that's why my guys over there have 0 points. But again, as the event kicks off, points will be collected. You can see the progress in the participation tab. So obviously, that leads us into how do you go about getting those points? Well, again, you click on the icon about the event, and it says we're going to get them primarily from spending ISO 8 campaign energy, as well as through the allied supply orb fragments. So ISO 8 campaign energy, it's right next to your regular energy up at the top right of the screen, right? It's blue or it's green, blue-green, depending on, what color spectrum you're able to see. And it's important to remind each other to spend that green energy, right? Put little icons, put little emojis in the chat, something green, right? Spend that green energy because it is the primary way you're going to be scoring points in this event. If you were to click on the little plus sign next to the energy, right? The ISO energy, the green one there, will take you to this screen and just remind you, hey, you have refreshes. So if you haven't been using them anyway, you got 500 points worth of refreshes. So go ahead and do that when the event starts. Don't do it now. When the event starts, go ahead and do that and then start spending that ISO energy. You get a couple free ones. I think you get free 50 every day, just like you do with your regular energy. You get free 50 ISO campaign energy refreshes, and then you'll start using power cores. It's a 5-day event, so you shouldn't be depleting your power core stash, but this is how you're going to score points during the Coordinated Assault event. So go ahead and spend that energy. Just spend it in the campaign nodes. If you don't have anything in particular to farm, we got all kind of Isotope 8 campaign nodes. If you want green, you got that. If you got blue, if you need that. If you don't have anything, again, particularly to farm, like I do on my endgame account, I'm just going to be hitting the nodes just to spend the energy. But maybe you want to go ahead and focus on something. So on my newer account with Deathlock here, that's what I'm working on. See, he's got some empty spots in his ISO there, so I could just go ahead and click on that. If you didn't know, you can click on that empty spot. It'll take you over to this screen here, in which you have the tab there that says Find. So you just go ahead and click on Find, and it'll take you to where you can get those ISOs. It'll show you how you can spend money, obviously, on it. It'll take you to, again, in-game store, maybe an orb. But again, you scroll all the way over to the right, and it'll show you where in the ISO 8 campaigns you can farm those particular pieces. So just a good reminder, right? If you're not used to doing that, just a good reminder that during this event, it's a great time to focus farm those ISOs if you need them. In another couple of days, the other event will start, the Valhalla Vanguard Web Milestone, and that'll give us some more of these allied supply orbs. That's not going to start right away with the Coordinated Assault. Again, this will be coming a day or so later. There may be other ways to get some of these allied supply orbs. So make sure you're checking in on the MarvelStrikeForce.com to make sure you're getting your milestones, your free claims out of the store, things of that nature. Now, on to the changes. Generally speaking, most of us will be getting there to milestone 14 to 15, maybe relatively easy. Right? Maybe relatively easy. If you don't even have a full alliance, if you don't have everybody that's participating, right? You're tapping people on the shoulder, everybody's not participating. It's okay, right? It's okay because we're just trying to get those Sidorak gems that go towards the monthly event milestone, but there is no meta item, right? You're not going to miss out on getting your primary shards for the monthly character Val in this case, right? So that was one of the complaints about how Coordinated Assault used to be, that you have to get closer to the bottom to get the meta item, and that might stop people from being able to progress through the month-long event. So they changed that part. That part's not there anymore, so it should be relatively easy once again for most people to get through. Again, if you go back and look at some of my older videos with 2/3 full alliance, when we started the alliance we're in now, 2/3 full, with people that weren't always contributing, we still were able to get down to closer, right, to the bottom, 3 or 4-ish milestones. So again, if you're in any shape like that, you're going to be okay. You're going to get those gems. You're going to be able to contribute to unlocking more Vaal shards during the month-long event. On the other hand, if you have a full alliance and you got people that are go-getters, right, we'll see how far down you can go. I don't know if the math allows you to get to the bottom. The math might not allow you to get to the bottom, but getting to that 18, getting to that 19, some people believe that is possible for a fully functioning alliance. And the rewards we're getting is Blue ISO 8-4. Blue ISO 8-4. That's the reward for being a coordinated alliance. Some people say, well, that's not fair. What if my alliance isn't full? Again, there's give and take here. There's alliances for a reason, right? People that are coordinated and they do better in alliance war, they get more rewards. People that are coordinated so they can do better in raids get more rewards. And we have events for alliances that are coordinated. If they do well together, they get rewarded, and that is 100% fair. That's 100% fair. You can't just show up and say that you want end game progression, but you're not participating, right? In my opinion, that's just not how the world works, right? You work hard, right? You work together, you get more rewards. That's just how it is. If I take it easy, if I want to chill out and relax, that part of life's going to pass you by. You're going to get less rewards in that sense, right? In that sense, right? There's more important things in Marvel Strike Force. So whatever you believe is more rewarding, make sure you're taking your time out in doing that. But the people that want to push hard in the game, they need to be rewarded as well. Now, personally, my opinion is this is a good change, right? With these changes, some other things were removed, like the leaderboard, right? There used to be a leaderboard attached to it to push for that blue ISO 5, and that puts pressure on people, right? That puts pressure on people. That's what we heard, at least. That's what people said. It puts pressure on people. So now you don't have to have that. You don't have to feel like you have to spend. If you're not a spender, you don't have to think about, well, should we move somebody out of the alliance? Like if this is the young kids that are playing there, if they're playing basketball, let's say, well, should we put the little girl, put her on the bench and get another big tall guy, right? It's not her fault that she's short, right? That's not right. She comes and plays hard every day, so she shouldn't be replaced because she's not ideal for the event. So again, by the removing of the leaderboard, we remove those pressures from people, and people don't have to, alliances don't have to get busted up. People don't have to feel pressure to spend, things of that nature. So I think overall it is a good change. But again, some people may think differently. I'd like to know what you think. Please respond in the comments below. Not only that, bring the opinion to the player's voice, right? They're going to be talking again as usual with Scopely. And we can tweak some of these things. They're going to tweak some of that stuff. If you want it to look differently in the future, then go talk about it. Go talk about what you like. Go talk about what you didn't like. But go ahead and have fun with the alliance. We'll be keeping tabs on it. We'll see the progress that we do. Hopefully you guys are able to get through. Get all the gems that you can. Enjoy the day. Take it easy. Peace.